What journey would you like to take with your creativity? What dream do you have for your art, your craft, your creative passion? And have you been a little bit overwhelmed about thinking about that entire trip that you need to make your dream come true? Today, we're going to see if you might just be a bit hesitant, or maybe you're waiting to even start a journey that will take you to a destination that you have been wanting to reach. Where would you like your creativity to take you? My friend, what are you waiting for? Welcome to the BDI Create Today podcast. This is a podcast where we uncover and discover the who, what, where, when, why, and how you can be creative or have more creativity. And together we'll explore the extraordinary impact creativity can have in your life, in heart, mind, body, and soul. And if we haven't met yet, I'm Beth Buffington, a licensed artist, digital illustration instructor, and a creative coach living just outside of the Windy City, Chicago. But mostly, I'm someone who is curious about how creativity can weave its way into nearly everything in our lives. Each week, we are going to look at one or more of the sparkly facets that make up the ever-changing kaleidoscope that is creativity. Well, hello, my creative friend. Welcome to another episode of BDI Create Today. Today, we are staring into our creative souls to ask a simple question that I think pretty much every creative faces at some point in their journey. And the question is, what are you waiting for? But before we dive straight into figuring out answers to this question, let me tell you a story. This Labor Day, Tom and I did one of our favorite things, which is to take a ride on our tandem bike. And we did this one ride that is to a brewery called Imperial Oak. And we love this brewery because it has a fantastic outdoor patio. The ride that we decided to go on is lovely because it's a bike trail that weaves its way along the Des Plaines River, as well as the I&M and Chicago shipping canals in Illinois. So this gives us a terrific view of the river, the canal, and the forested area that surrounds all this lovely water. Now, most of the ride is shady and it's protected pretty much from the wind because of all the trees. And that day we saw some really lovely sights. A huge egret party. Well, it was the biggest gathering of snowy white egrets I have ever seen. And I love these tall, gangly, and yet surprisingly graceful birds. They were all gathered in a shallow area of the river, just hanging out together to obviously take advantage of some incredible fishing that was happening in that part of the river. And we saw turtles, and I don't know why, but I am really fond of turtles. And when we are on our bikes along rivers, we always look for turtles. And especially in the canal waters, they seem to show up a lot. They pull themselves up onto the fallen trees to get some sun, and I think to have a little bit of turtle time with their other turtley friends. We also saw a deer that was right along the trail. This sweet-faced deer was just as interested in looking at us as we were in looking at her. We actually stopped the tandem and just stood there, enjoying looking at each other for a time. But here's the thing about this particular ride. This summer, this ride has been the longest ride that I have accomplished. So it is the most challenging for me, at least, not for Tom, but for me. The ride is approximately 27 miles round trip. And there's one rather tall but short hill that takes you up out of the trail and over a bridge. So these two things, the distance and this one kind of steep hill, these are things that could keep me away from saying yes when Tom suggests this particular ride. Now, if you're thinking, oh, heck, Beth, how hard can it be to bike when you're sitting on a tandem with your athletic husband? So let me tell you about riding on a tandem with Tom. Tom is an experienced biker, and when you ride on a tandem, your pedals are chained together with your partner. So you're always pedaling together at the same time, and you are always pedaling in the same gear together all the time. And when you're on the tandem with Tommy, you don't coast a lot. So there you go. And here's what I know about my brain when I'm exercising. My brain gets bored easily, and then it gets whiny. Does yours do that? And my brain can get overwhelmed or freaked out pretty quickly unless I know how to approach what and how I am exercising. So this ride, as beautiful as it is one of those exercise events where I need to carefully organize my thoughts so I can have a successful and fun ride. What I know is I have to concentrate on being positive, because if I allow myself to focus on anything negative, that's when I lose my strength. And then I can't breathe properly. And basically, I fall to pieces. And it's not pretty, and it's not enjoyable for anyone who is on the ride. Trust me, it's ugly. So the secret to having a ride where my brain isn't freaking out is thinking, well, about eating pie. So let me explain. I'm not eating pie on my bike. It's me working on a metaphor, big surprise, while I am biking. So see, thinking about a pie, consuming the whole pie, that equals completing the full ride. So I break the pie or the ride into 4 slices. And I know these are big slices, but hear me out. Half of the pie is reaching the brewery for lunch. That's half the ride. So half of the pie that is being halfway to lunch. I work on a slice at a time to reach each of my halfway slices. And then after lunch, on the way back to the van, I work on the second half of the pie using the same thought process, only backwards. Go halfway to halfway and then finish up the trip. I hope that makes sense. So you can see that I break down the mileage of the overall trip into manageable slices of pie. So I'm not thinking about the entire 27 miles, because if I'm on mile 2 and I have to think, can I do 25 more miles? There can be part of me that goes, no, I can't do it. And then that could get ugly. So here's the key. While I'm working on that first slice of pie, I tell myself not to think about how much farther I need to go for the whole trip. I remind myself to think about just that slice of pie, but more importantly, I remind myself to think about and enjoy the journey. I think about the trees, the water, the wildlife we're seeing, and I celebrate how far I've already gone. I let myself think about that a lot. I also celebrate the time I have to talk to Tom about mundane things that during our busy work weeks, we actually don't have a lot of time to talk about. So that's a joy. So enjoying the journey. That includes the sights and the company I have with me. And this helps me forget about the hard work that I might be doing as I pedal. And before I know it, I have finished that first slice, which is halfway to lunch. And then it's time to start thinking about reaching our lunch destination, which would be half of the whole trip on that day's bike ride. I just remember to enjoy the scenery and keep chatting with Tom, because that's why I am there in the first place. Not to get to my destination necessarily, although that is definitely a goal. But I am on this ride because I like to bike. I like being outdoors. I like being with Tom. And I like the challenge that the bike gives me. And I like the benefits that exercise brings me. And I know that all of this together can be a challenge. So I need to think about it in bits and pieces. So not concentrating on my fear about what if I get tired? Can I go this whole distance? And allowing myself not to get overwhelmed by the thought of this whole trip. Well, this helps me remember that I chose to go on this ride. And I chose it because I had faith that I could actually paddle these miles confidently and that I wanted to see the sights along the way and have some fun with Tom too. These were my choices. It's a way to remind myself that I am strong enough to accomplish what it takes to bike this trip, and I deserve to see and enjoy all the beauty that the journey provides. So today, we are going to look at your creativity and compare it to the metaphor of my bike ride. What journey would you like to take with your creativity? What dream do you have for your art, your craft, your creative passion? And have you been a little bit overwhelmed about thinking about that entire trip that you need to make your dream come true? Today, we're going to see if you might just be a bit hesitant, or maybe you're waiting to even start a journey that will take you to a destination that you have been wanting to reach. Just like me wanting to journey to Imperial Oak for lunch, today we are going to ponder, where would you like your creativity to take you? And why haven't you started? Or maybe, why have you stopped? Or, my friend, what are you waiting for? So whether you're just starting out with your creativity or you've been working on your art, your craft for years, my friend, it's easy to get stuck in a cycle of hesitation and self-doubt. I'm not ready yet. I need more experience. I'll start next year when ... is over. You might be thinking, yeah, that's right, Beth. I am not ready. I do need more experience, or I need the perfect plan, the perfect route before I can get started. So today we're going to challenge those thoughts that are keeping you from reaching your creative destination. And we're going to explore how you see that the time to start your creative travel is now. So let's start by addressing the elephant. There's always an elephant in the room. And so here's the elephant in this room. Many artists dream of making a living with the art that they create, but often they stall, and sometimes they never start because they can't envision themselves actually turning their passion, their dreams, their goals into a career that can actually make them some money. And that could be your own self-confidence, or it could be that someone else has shaken you enough with comments that they've made that you have decided, they're right, I can't do this. Or you might be thinking, all the things that are going on in my life right now, I don't have the bandwidth to get started. And I can't be selfish right now. I have to put my ideas on the back burner. My friend, I'm here today to tell you that if you can dream it, you can do it. If you can dream it, you can start today. The first step is just take that first step. And that first step can be really easy. Just start by rethinking how you think about your creative goals. So what do I mean about rethinking how to think? That doesn't sound easy at all, does it? Well, if you have a dream about having a career or making some money with your art through a full-time business or a side hustle, well, you just need to make a small shift about how you think about this dream. You see, it's not just about Having a dream, that's a fine thing to think about. What you need to do is take that vision and then think about the destination. What is the destination that your vision provides? Where are you going? I knew I was going to Imperial Oak for lunch. Where are you going? And then I want you to start thinking about taking that first actionable step towards making that destination a reality. Just one step. For me, I know that getting my bike gear together is allowing me to start processing the fact that I am going to go on this ride. Whether it's a short one or a long one, I am preparing myself. So I get a water bottle, I have biking gloves, I get my biking helmet, I make sure that I have some chapstick, and I have my phone and I have my watch ready to record my exercise. So those are the things I pull together, and that helps me get in my zone. Just get prepared. But here's another thing, my friend. Here's a hard truth that you need to think about. Success in the art world isn't just going to fall into your lap. Success requires a mix of preparedness, talent, strategy, and bold action. Success is about making the most of your unique strengths. Because I promise you, there are people out there that are looking for your unique creative voice. So you just got to go and talk to them. And then you need to find the way to get your work out there. And all of this takes a little bit of work. It's not magic, but it can be done. So while you're doing the hard work to get your work out there, you need to remember that you have this passion. And most importantly, you need to remember that you enjoy doing this creative thing. Just like I remind myself when I'm biking and I'm thinking, I'm feeling a little tired here. It's mile 22. I'm feeling a little bit tired. I have to remind myself, this is something I wanted to do. And so when I'm feeling tired, I need to remind myself about the things that I enjoy. I'm looking at the scenery. I'm talking to Tom. I'm looking for wildlife. I'm enjoying being outdoors. The fact that I'm a little bit tired is telling me I'm exercising and this is good for my body. All these things are my choices, and that I know I am doing something good for me. And that's what hard work is, that there is going to be a time when you think, I'm a little bit tired. You're on mile 22 and you're still pedaling. But you need to remember that hard work is part of the journey, but that you're on this journey because you love what you do, and it's not always going to be simple. But if you look at it and break it down into those pie sections, and you're not looking at the whole journey, you're just looking at a couple steps today, a couple jobs you're going to work on, a couple people that you're going to talk to, you're going to be able to keep progressing. So when I'm biking and I'm pedaling up a hill and I'm out of breath and I'm feeling a bit of fatigue, I think about these things. 1, I am strong enough to get up this hill. 2, I love biking, and that's why I am on this hill right now. 3, I remember to enjoy the journey, even the hills. And 4, I think and I celebrate the good I'm doing for my body and how far I've already biked. Good on me for the success I've had so far with this journey. So you need to do the same thing. Look and concentrate on the positive. And when things get rough, celebrate the goodness that you've done so far. And remind yourself that you're still doing something you love, even though it's hard to do right now. When you're proverbially pedaling uphill on your creative journey, think about these 4 things. 1, you are strong enough and talented enough to reach your creative destination. 2, you love your creative passion, and that's why you're on this journey right now. Number 3, don't just think about the riches your destination will provide. Enjoy your journey today, even if the going seems to be uphill. Don't focus on how far you need to go before you reach your creative success. Just enjoy the work you get to do today. And number 4, celebrate. Always celebrate what you have accomplished. So look for the positive and concentrate on how far you've already gone, especially when the going gets tough. And as I've said, it's not just about having a creative dream. My friend, you have to have that. It's a good place to start. But it's about relishing and reveling in all the slices of metaphorical pie that you can enjoy along your journey. So to start, let's think or rethink what you need to do first. So take your vision, your destination. What's the destination that would mean success to you? Success with your creativity. And then start thinking about taking that first actionable step towards making your dream a reality. It just has to be one step. Maybe it's just preparation. That's going to be helpful to get your head wrapped around what you need to do for your journey. I also want you to think, what is holding you back? Why might you not take that first step today or tomorrow? What is holding you back? What are the barriers that are keeping you from starting your journey to your creative success? Is it fear of failure? Maybe it's your confidence in your creativity. Maybe it's imposter syndrome as you compare yourself to other creatives that you might be seeing as you scroll and scroll and scroll on social media. Maybe it's uncertainty about just how to get started. Maybe it's things that well-meaning family and friends have said about your creativity because they just don't get you. Well, my friend, the easiest way to break through barriers and rethink your creativity is to shift your mindset. Imagine if you could take this dream and map out a clear path to your creative goals, one that gives you the confidence you need to take that first step, and then the next step, and the next, and the next, and provides the tools that you're going to need to prepare and then continue your journey. Imagine being able to have the energy, the strength, and the confidence to travel to your destination, even when you are pedaling uphill. It's important to get your mind trained to keep your creative self from getting bored or getting overwhelmed. Just like I have to prepare my brain when I set out on a long bike ride. So today I have got some real solutions for you to get yourself started on your creative journey to success. Here are some super great ideas for actually enjoying your journey as you progress towards your creative goals. And this is where Create Today is kind of like riding on a tandem with Tom. Create Today, my friend, it's more than just a podcast. Create Today is here to help you not only dream big about where you can journey to with your creativity, but also help you understand how to break down the steps to your creative success. Break them down into those snackable slices of metaphorical pie. So let me tell you something that I'm going to be doing this fall. There's going to be some really great workshops that I'll be hosting. And my workshops are designed to help guide you through the process of rethinking, of realizing, of resetting, and then achieving your creative goals. In my Create Today workshops, you're going to explore how to break down your big dreams into manageable, actionable steps. So think slices of pie. And 2, you'll discover how to boost your confidence and develop a stronger belief in your abilities and how you prepare your thoughts to believe in yourself and then be able to achieve your goals. Because, in the middle of your journey, you're going to need to be able to calm yourself down and talk yourself into pushing forward, even though the road might be rocky or uphill. And you're going to need to be able to celebrate just how far you've gone, even though today might be kind of hard. And number 3, you're going to connect with a global community of like-minded creatives. By meeting and mingling with other artists who are pondering their journey and journeying to their creative success, just like you, you're going to find people who get you, who understand what it's like to be a creative who's trying to run a business or start a side hustle. So you're going to be meeting this supportive community of artists who are rethinking and sharing about their creative lives and pushing their creative boundaries. So you're going to gain insights, realize strategies, and make new connections on how you think about your creativity and how you can reach your goals. You can enjoy 3 very different creative workshops this fall that are going to help you map your path to creative success. The first workshop this fall is all about setting goals and allowing yourself to believe in empowering your art to reach your dream about creative success. And we will do this all together through some simple, guided doodling. Yeah, I've been telling you we're going to do something fun with doodling this fall, and here it is. Doodling is actually an artistic way of working on some meditation. We're going to be guided in a meditative way to create an illustrated vision board that can be a creative way to think and manifest your goals, your creative dreams, and your ideas about what creative success means to you. So you're not only going to learn that the power of doodling has towards strengthening the neural pathways in your brain, science backs this up, but you'll also discover how simple doodling will help you gain confidence and help you map your path to reach and achieve the goals you have for your creative career. I'm going to guide you through these steps and show you how you can continue this process each day to manifest your goals through the simple, humble doodle. Yep, it's that simple. Now, the second workshop this fall is all about organizing your time, your days, your weeks as you journey towards your goal. You're going to learn how to think and rethink about the time you have to spend each day on your work. You'll discover how you can sort and sift the work you need to accomplish into 4 words: revive, realize, refine, and release. These 4 words will help you rocket forwards with your creativity. Having a reliable creative process will help you have a robust creative practice. And in turn, it's going to make it easier for you to joyfully, as well as successfully, reach your goals. This is a workshop you can't afford to miss. And then in December, come back for a super fun workshop that will teach you some valuable techniques in Procreate. No matter if you're a Procreate newbie or a ninja, with this digital illustration app that you use on your Apple iPad, you're going to have a great time. And if digital art is something that you want to strengthen and is going to help you reach your creative goal faster, this is the best and most fun way you can have to get to where you want to go. Procreate is how I create all my illustrations for my creative business. So come and whip up some delicious Christmas cookies with me. And then I'll show you how you can take these yummy treats and turn them into gift tags to use as you wrap presents this holiday season. It's going to be a lovely way to have some creative and festive fun together and to create something special that your friends and your family will enjoy, and they will say, wow, for this really cool Christmas craft for this holiday season. Now, you can register for 1, 2, or all 3 workshops right now by going to www.bdi-create.today, or just go to the show notes and you'll find the live link that will take you to the workshop registration page. So, my friend, what are you waiting for? Today is a great time to take control and rethink how you will make your creative dreams reality. Don't let fear or uncertainty hold you back any longer. The tools, the support, and the community you need are here at Create Today, waiting for you to take that first step. So head over to the Create Today website. That's www.bdi-create.today, or go to the show notes and click on the link and register for the workshops available for you this fall. And you can register today and reserve your seat for 1, 2, or all 3. And they are not expensive. The first one is $29 and the last 2 workshops are $39. Super affordable this fall. So join me and let's start mapping out your path to creative success today. Remember, your dreams are within reach. You just need to get on your proverbial creative bike and start pedaling. The successful creative is the one who realizes that the journey could be long, but the successful creative is one who understands that it might take a bit of energy and it's going to take a bit of work, and there will be a few hills along the way. But oh my, when you take your journey, especially when you come and join me here at Create Today, the experience is going to be magnificent. So, what's been holding you back? Rethink how you think about your creativity. And together, let's break down your journey into slices of pie that are going to be easy to enjoy, one bite at a time. Remember, it doesn't matter how slowly you go, as long as you don't stop. So thank you for tuning in to Create Today with Beth Buffington. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe and leave a review and share this podcast with your creative friends and family. Create Today is here to help you enjoy the journey and celebrate your progress. So keep creating, keep enjoying the view, and keep pedaling towards your artistic goals. And as always, stay creative, my friend.